Hey, hello. Welcome on my channel and on my Facebook group, whatever you see this video. In this video, I would love to share a story, a fascinating story that is connected with my previous post about the health benefits of the beetroot, and this fascinating story, how the nature is designed to help us. Everything is designed. However, there are more components, not just nature. And being healthy, staying healthy, it doesn't require just one ingredient, but you will see as we get into the story. So that's how the story goes. I heard that from a very good friend of mine who had a friend who was suffering from cancer. How it started, she was actually a healthy person, but one day she felt really bad and sick. So she goes to the doctor, and the doctor sends her to the hospital for a scan because he was worried that something going on. So as she goes to the hospital, she didn't get a good news. Rather, she got a terrifying news from the doctors in the hospital, as she's been told that they cannot help her. She has only 2 or 3 days maximum to live because the cancer was so much developed, it couldn't help. So she leaves the hospital. Can you imagine the state, the emotions, and just left alone? There is no help. So as she goes, she calls her best friend, and they meet, and she tells her that that's it. This is the end of the road. And they just come speechless, and the emotions are so strong. And in one moment, her friend tells her, he's like, oh, wait a minute, I just remember, I have a friend who's actually has met a man once who's healing people from all sorts of diseases. Maybe he can help you. So there she goes. She's quickly finding her friend's phone number, calling her, and asking about this miracle man's number. And they got the number, and here he goes. She's calling him, and they arrange a meeting on the very same day because it's urgency. So he welcomes. She drives there. He welcomes, and she as they got into the chat, into the talk, they say it's, she says it's like, you only have, I've been told that I only have 3 days left. And after he listens the story, he says, I'm sorry, I can't help you. And she broke down again. What do you mean that you cannot help me? I've been told, I heard that you are the man, you are the miracle man, and you can help me. It's too late, he says. No, it cannot be. I have the life. I want to live. Give me something. Give me something that I can grab on, and I will do that, whatever that takes. And here was what he says. Okay, I'm not sure if it's going to help you or not, but go home. First thing, you go to the shop and buy lots of carrots. 4 pounds of carrots you eat every day, every single day, nothing else but beetroots. You eat 4 pounds of beetroots every single day, nothing else. That may going to help you. And she grabs this offer. She grabs this last chance, last result. And she lives still with us today. It helped her. She defeated the cancer, most terrifying thing that it could have killed her, in just 2-3 days. So what is actually happened here, guys, this is so important, because it wasn't just the beetroot. You might think beetroot, and this exactly is one side. but that's just 1/3 of the game, of the story. The power. The beetroot has a scientific fact. It's like it has nitrates. It contains lots of nitrates, and it goes into the bloodstream and it's turned into nitrate oxide, and it helps stamina. It helps the to get the blood in flow. And what it does when the flow starts, when the flow in your blood starts going, and it's taking lots of oxides, and these are fighting against the cancer, the bad stuff. So this is one part, which is great. So that's what she got really. It's like a blood infusion. Every day she was doing that until she got over it. Now then, there are 2 more components that it needs to be addressed here, because if it isn't there, the beetroot doesn't help by itself. Okay, so the other component is the emotional content, and that has to be there. And she was in fear. She was in terrifying fear, and she wanted to get out of that. That's what it needed for her. And that was a mental stage. She needed to hear a story, needed to hear something that she could grab on mentally, that could help. Nobody told her anything, only this man. Even him wasn't sure, but it was a chance for her to grab on hold that this is going to help. And of course, because this man was the miracle man, he knew that the beetroot, the power of the beetroot. But she put the third content, the emotional content, to it, as she started to believe that the beetroot will help, as it did. So can you see, it's like there are the 3 components. We don't have to wait until the last minute. We can gain our health back, and we can stay healthy for long if we have the 3 pillars, the 3 components ready. We know what's healthy and how to stay healthy. We know and we do that. And we have the emotional content. And this emotional content doesn't have to come from the fear-based. It can come from the base of love, connection, joy. And this is how I shared in the group, in my Facebook, about how I how I do this with the kids, that eating beetroot, it can be fun, it can be joy, because life is not about living in fear or waiting until fear builds up. You can enjoy life, you can eat the healthy food with joy, fun. And this is the point. This is the point, guys. And if you have that, you can live, you can really live and enjoy life. But that is a journey to it, because most of us, we are not even aware of that. We think that we are healthy, we are in balance, we do everything good. And this is why I'm so grateful for the journey that I took with Peter Sage, the EMF journey, which changed my life and put all the 3 components into my core being. I know what does it take to stay healthy. I know how to live a life, a joyful life, so I can stay in my love side of the life, not in the fear side. And I know what does it take. I know I gained the knowledge, and that stays me. That's my identity. And you can have that. So if you're interested to get your power back and live a healthy, long life, or stay around with your kids, grandkids, and have fun with them, whatever is that your why, because that's what it is important here, guys, is what is your why to stay healthy. And if that's something that interests you, reach me out and let's talk about it, how I can guide you through this program as being a professional elite mentorship forum trainer. Thank you, and enjoy your life, and have some beetroot.